Geralt of Rivia has cut down monsters and men throughout the Netflix series, but tracking every single life he's taken reveals just how brutal the White Wolf's journey really is. In this video, I'm going through every single person and creature Geralt killed, starting with the necessary monster kills and building up to the most devastating human deaths. The very first thing we see Geralt kill in the entire series is a Kikimora in a swamp. This massive insect-like creature was terrorizing the area, and Geralt tracked it down for a contract. The fight was brutal, with the Kikimora using its size and environment to its advantage. Geralt struggled in the murky water, getting thrown around and nearly drowned, but eventually he managed to drive his silver sword through the creature's skull, ending the threat. This wasn't personal or emotional, just business. The Kikimora kill established right from the start what Geralt does for a living. He hunts monsters that normal people can't handle. I think this was the perfect way to open the series because it immediately showed us who Geralt is without needing any explanation. Moving on to one of the most famous contracts in the series, Geralt faced the Striga in Season 1. This cursed princess had been transformed into a powerful undead creature that terrorized her father's kingdom. The twist here is that Geralt didn't actually kill her. He spent the entire night in her crypt fighting this monster, taking massive amounts of damage and barely surviving until sunrise. The whole point was to lift the curse by keeping her alive until dawn. Geralt wounded the Striga repeatedly, but held back from delivering a killing blow because she was technically still human underneath. When the sun rose, the curse broke and the princess was restored. This contract showed that Geralt isn't just a mindless killer. He actually tries to save people when he can. The restraint he showed here was honestly pretty impressive considering how close he came to dying. In Season 2, Geralt and Ciri tracked down a Myriapodan, this massive insectoid creature that had killed a Leshy. These things are absolutely horrible to fight because of their speed and multiple limbs. Geralt and Ciri worked together to take it down, with Ciri distracting it while Geralt found an opening. He drove his sword through its body, killing it quickly. This hunt was more about training Ciri than anything else, showing her how to track monsters and work as a team. The Myriapodan itself wasn't particularly significant, just another dangerous creature that needed to be eliminated. Things got more intense when a basilisk attacked Kaer Morhen in Season 2. This flying reptilian monster was huge and dangerous, managing to kill one Witcher and injure several others before Geralt could stop it. The fight was chaotic, with Witchers trying different approaches to bring it down. Geralt eventually got close enough to slice its jaw open, causing massive damage, then threw the creature to its death. This kill was significant because it happened at the Witcher's home base, proving that nowhere is truly safe in this world. The loss of a fellow Witcher made this victory feel pretty hollow, honestly. By the way, if you're enjoying the video so far, consider subscribing because we're about to get into the really brutal kills. During Season 2, Geralt encountered Verina, a Bruxa living with the cursed noble Nivellen. Bruxers are a type of vampire, incredibly fast and strong with the ability to transform. Verina had been feeding on travelers while pretending to love Nivellen. When her true nature was revealed, she attacked Geralt and Ciri. The fight was vicious. Verina moved so fast she was almost a blur, and her strength nearly overwhelmed Geralt. But he managed to land a perfect strike, decapitating her. Her body then burst into flames and was incarcerated. What made this kill significant was that it happened in front of Ciri, giving her a first-hand look at how brutal and dangerous Geralt's world really is. Nivellen was devastated, and Geralt showed basically no emotion, which made the whole scene even more intense. The Michelet brothers and their assassins were hired by the fire mage Rience to capture Ciri in Season 2. When they ambushed Geralt and Ciri, Geralt went into full protection mode. He killed several of the assassins in rapid succession, moving with precision and brutality. The Michelet brothers themselves tried to fight back, but were completely outmatched. Geralt cut them down without hesitation, leaving their bodies behind. These kills showed just how ruthless Geralt becomes when Ciri is threatened. There was no mercy, no second chances, just elimination of the threat. I personally think this sequence really highlighted the protective father figure side of Geralt and how far he'll go to keep Ciri safe. One of the most complicated kills in the series was Gage Findebert, brother of the powerful 11 sorceress Francesca. Gage led a group of Scoia'tael guerrillas who attempted to capture Ciri. When Geralt confronted them, a chaotic fight broke out. Geralt managed to kill Gage during the battle, but this wasn't a simple good versus evil situation. The elves had legitimate grievances against humans, and Gage was fighting for his people's survival. By killing him, Geralt escalated the already terrible tensions between humans and elves. This kill had political consequences that rippled through the series. making it one of the more significant deaths, despite not being the most brutal. Now we get to the human kills that really tested Geralt's morals. Renfri was the cursed princess caught in a conflict with the sorcerer Stregobor in the very first episode. Stregobor manipulated Geralt into believing Renfri was pure evil when the truth was way more complicated. After Renfri's men were killed trying to draw out Stregobor, she faced Geralt directly. Their duel was personal and tragic. Renfri was skilled and determined, but Geralt's experience won out. He fatally stabbed her, fulfilling the cursed destiny she'd been trying to escape her whole life. As she died, Renfri told Geralt about the girl in the woods, a prophecy about Ciri that would change everything. This kill earned Geralt the title, the Butcher of Blaviken, a name that haunted him for years. The moral ambiguity of this moment really set the tone for the entire series because Renfri wasn't entirely wrong in her quest for revenge. If you're still watching at this point, hit that subscribe button because the last two kills are absolutely brutal. The most emotionally devastating kill was Eskel, Geralt's fellow Witcher and childhood friend. While at Kaer Morhen in Season 2, Eskel became infected with a leshy during a hunt. The infection slowly transformed him into a corrupted creature. During a feast with the other Witchers, Eskel's transformation accelerated and he became violent and uncontrollable. The Witchers tried to restrain him, but Eskel was too far gone. Geralt was forced to make an impossible choice. He grabbed a flaming sword and ran Eskel through it, killing him to protect everyone else at Kaer Morhen. This wasn't just another monster kill, this was Geralt having to end the life of someone he trained with, someone he considered family. The look on Geralt's face showed how much this cost him. Eskel's death proved that even among Witchers, even in their own fortress, nobody is safe from the monsters of this world. The final and most satisfying kill in the series was Rience, the fire mage who had been hunting Ciri relentlessly. Throughout multiple seasons, Rience tortured people, burned victims alive, and caused absolute chaos in his pursuit of Ciri. During the Thanedd coup, when mages turned on each other in a massive magical war, Geralt finally caught up to him. Their confrontation was explosive. Rience threw fire at everything, trying to burn Geralt alive, but Geralt used his signs to protect himself and closed the distance. The final moment came when Geralt decapitated Rience with a single powerful strike, ending the mage's reign of terror once and for all. This kill felt earned because Rience had caused so much pain and suffering throughout the series. Watching Geralt finally stop him was honestly pretty cathartic, and it removed one of the biggest threats to Ciri's safety. Looking back at every kill, what stands out is how each one reveals something different about Geralt's character. The monster kills are business, the human kills are tragedies, and the kills to protect Ciri show a father's desperate love. Geralt isn't just a monster hunter, he's someone who constantly has to make impossible choices about who lives and who dies, and every person he's killed adds another burden to his conscience. Now, if you really enjoyed watching this video, then like it and consider subscribing to the channel as we'll be soon bringing up more anticipated and exciting content soon on this channel. I'll see you later.